A very good morning to everyone. I hope you are all doing good. We are back again after a short vacation. So, let's start. If you remember that before summer vacations, we have already discussed about what is acid base indicator, and also we have discussed about the neutralization reaction, and I have shown you a video where I performed an neutralization reaction, and we have seen how this neutralization reaction is working, and how and their effects and how the indicator is changing their color while neutralization reaction. Remember, if you haven't seen, please go through it again, then only you can understand and you will able to learn, right? Now, since we are at the end of the chapter, we have already discussed about what is base acids indicator, and also we have discussed the neutralization reaction. The last part that is remain and that we are going to discuss today, that is their uses, that is the application of neutralization reaction in day-to-day life, where these neutralization reactions are used, and their application we are going to study. So let's start. So let's recapitulate, that is, what is neutralization reaction? The reaction in which acid and base reacts vigor simultaneously quantitatively to each other to give a salt and water, that as a product, that reaction is called a neutralization reaction. And how this neutralization reaction work? If you remember, in the activity has shown that a neutralization reaction was actually destroying the effect of acid and base. Whatever the effect of whatever the strength the acid has, or whatever the strength the base has, they actually, upon reaction, they actually destroying the effect of acid and base. There will be no after reaction. You have seen that after reaction there was no effect of acid or base. At this point, indicator will show original color. That means, that is, whenever you are adding an indicator to acid, it gives a certain color. We have seen in a china rose, while adding a china rose in an on acid, we have seen that it changes to magenta. But after adding a base, slowly drop wise, you have seen that magenta has changed, that dark pink color of that solution has changed to a original color of the indicator. You can see, I have seen, you have compared the both the colors. So that means that in this neutralization reaction, the base was actually destroying the effect of acid, and this reaction, and vice versa, this reaction is actually neutralized, which means neutralized means it is actually nullifying, destroying. Through this reaction, effects of acid, or properties of acids, or corrosive, or the nature of acids can be minimized or nullified by adding base, and vice versa, and will produce a neutral substance. Of course, after reaction, they always produce a product, and that product is a neutral substance called salt, which is neither acid or base. And we have seen the example of that. We have taken a hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, and upon reaction, they will give us a salt and water along with energy. I haven't mentioned energy, but along with that, energy is also released. Now let's move on to the next. So remember, at the beginning of the chapter, I have shown this video, right? That whenever we have indigestion, we used to take Eno, and for preventing a tooth decay, we used to brush our teeth with a toothpaste. Now I have asked a reason why we do this. Now, since we have learned about a neutralization reaction, now we can explain the phenomena and the reason behind this, that why we take this. So let's see other application. So application of neutralization in everyday life is an indigestion, and treatment, soil treatment, and factory waste. These are all the applications. And what do we see? The first is indigestion. How this indigestion is caused? First, we have to know the reason behind this indigestion. Our stomach produce hydrochloric acids which help us to digest our food. Now, if too much acid is released in our stomach, then this will cause a indigestion. Indigestion is because of the excessive release of amount of acid from our stomach, which cause indigestion. And to relieve this acidity, we take base called antacid, and this antacid neutralizes the effect of acid present in our stomach. And this antacid contains, we also call it as a milk of magnesia. What this antacid contains? This antacid contains a base called magnesium hydroxide. Understood? So this is what happens in indigestion. Now let's move on to the next, that is ant bite. Ant bite treatment, you have seen that whenever ant bite, it stinges, it causes a itchiness. The reason is because when an ant bites, it injects an acidic liquid into the skin, and this causes a pain and irritation. The effect of acids can be neutralized by a base. Yes, we can neutralize the acid released by the ant, that is formic acid, with the help of base. And what should we take? By rubbing a baking soda. That is what this baking soda contains. It contains sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium carbonate, or a calamine solution which contains zinc carbonate and provides relief. Now let's move on to the next, soil treatment. Excessive use of the soil. Now what happens? Now whenever we use a chemical fertilizer for production of a crops and agriculture, in agriculture, the excessive amount of or excessive use of this chemical fertilizer makes the soil acidic. Yes, it makes the soil acidic. And plants do not grow well when soil is too acidic or base. Yes, if it is too basic in nature, if the soil is too acidic in nature, then the crops will not be able to grow. There will be no proper growth of the plants. Then what should we do? How will we treat this soil which is too acidic and base? We can do, when a soil is too acidic, we can treat it with a basis like quicklime or a slack lime. Quicklime is calcium oxide and a slack lime is a calcium hydroxide. Now, if the soil is a basic, what if it a soil is basic? For acidic soil, we will treat it with a base like a quicklime and slack lime. But what about base? What about it if the soil is basic in nature? In that case, what we will do, we will add organic matter to it. We won't add directly acid. We will add organic matter. What will happen if we add organic matter? This organic matter, upon decomposition with the help of microorganism, this organic matter with the help of microorganism decomposes, and upon decomposition it releases acid. Now these acid the acid releases by the organic matter upon decomposition neutralizes the basic nature of the soil, neutralizes the basic or the effect of base on the soil. Understood? I hope that you have understood that the soil, if the soil is basic, we don't directly add acid to it. We actually indirectly. How? We just add organic matter. These organic matter, with the help of microorganism, will decompose. We know that this organic matter will decompose, and upon decomposition, which will release acid, and these acid will neutralize the effect of base of the soil. So now move on to the next, that is factory waste. What is factory waste? The waste produced by factories. Now these waste are contains various chemicals in it, and these chemicals can be dangerous too. That means acid, as we know that chemicals means it can also contain acid, and these acid can be dangerous too. Now what if we directly dump these chemicals or chemical waste into the water bodies? What will happen? We know acids are very dangerous, chemicals are very dangerous. Now what will happen if we directly dump this waste into the water bodies? It will damage, it will kill the fish and other living organism. Along with the fish, it will also kill the other living organism, and also it can cause a it may cause a various disease to it. Why? Because the water bodies, if we consume that water, then we may also suffer. So in that case, what should we do? Instead of discharging this waste directly to the water bodies, we should treat this. How will we treat? The factory waste are neutralized by adding a base substance. So before dumping it, if we treat these factory waste by neutralizing with a basic substance, then what will happen? We know that the acid base will react to each other to give which will destroy the effect of acid and base. And after treating and after neutralizing, we can discharge them into a water bodies. So now in this way we can treat the factory waste before dumping directly into the water bodies. Now let's move on to the next, which is not given in your book but I have added, that is other application. What are the other applications of the neutralization reaction? You have seen a copper vessels kept for a long time turns a blackish green color and are washed with a lemon juice or turmeric. You have seen your mother washing the copper vessel with a lemon juice or turmeric. Turmeric মানে তেঁতুল জল দিয়ে ধুচ্ছে. Why? Why your mother or grandmother does this? This is because the copper vessel on long exposure to air, the upper surface of the copper vessel reacts with a carbon dioxide to turn into a copper carbonate, which is base. That means you have seen that iron on exposure to a moisture gives what? It corrodes. Similarly, if a copper vessels are kept under the air for a long time, it will react with the air. Air contains carbon dioxide and will turn them into a copper carbonate, which is base. This copper carbonate is actually base and it gets stick into the where? It gets stick on the surface of the copper vessel. Now in order to remove this copper carbonate on the surface of copper vessel, it is treated with the acid. Now we know what will happen. Copper carbonate is base and you are treating with acid like a lemon juice and turmeric which contain acid. Now these base and acid will neutralize and then as a result will react, and as it will react it will and it get removed, and again after getting removed it makes the copper vessel shine again, means it retains its shininess. And one more thing, that is another application, is acid rain. Rain contains acid is called acid rain. Now the rain becomes acid because how this rain becomes acid? We know the rain contains fresh water, then how it becomes acid? The rain becomes acid because of the carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide which releases into the air as pollutants. The pollutants which is released by the factories as a pollutants and which dissolve when it rains, it get dissolved in a rainwater and finally to give us a carbonic acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acid. And these acid causes are actually the result of acid rain. Now, what happens if it is an acid rain? Acid rain will cause a damage to our buildings, historical monuments, and also plants and animals. So these acid rains are not good. It will damage plants, animals, historical monuments, and etc. A dangerous effect of acid rain we have seen that on Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal, which is a seventh wonder of the world, is getting corroded. It getting destroyed because of the acid rain. Now, how it is happening? We know that Taj Mahal is made up of marble. This marble contains calcium carbonate, and this calcium carbonate is nothing but a base. And we know what will happen if comes in contact with acid. The marble containing base, that calcium carbonate which is base, it will react with acid rain, and as a result what will happen, it will destroy the beauty or the shiny texture of the marble, and as a result it turns it yellow. You have seen that the Taj Mahal is turning, is slowly is getting corroded and is turning it into a yellow because of this acid base reaction. The acid rain is reacting with the marble which contains base, and it which is as a result it destroying the shiny texture of or a beauty of the Taj Mahal and turning it into yellow. So these are the application of neutralization reaction that we have learned till now. So we are almost at the end of the chapter. We have completed the chapter. Now we will discuss about the question answer. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.